Good evening, Simon here, Explosive Action. I am back with another DVD and Blu-ray update. Another pile for January. Let's get into it. So as I usually say, let's try and get through this as quick as possible. And as usually happens, this fails. But we'll try anyway. The first DVD we're going to take a look at here is Russian Raid. I got this from a charity shop. Very happy to pick this one up. I've heard a lot of good things about this one. It is apparently exactly what it says on the tin. It's a version of the Raid in Russia. Russian Raid. I'm good with that. Russian Spetsnaz operative hired to neutralize large private security force at a local factory. Trained fighters get more than they bargained for when it turns out it is owned by dangerous warlords. It's gonna be fun. I've heard it's been fun. Other people, so yeah. Russian Raid. The Raid in Russian. Why not? Got this one off eBay because I love me Bruce Campbell films. I do try and get all the little random science fiction things that he's done, sort of the 90s period. He did a whole bunch that I don't know. I just never managed to find. Didn't even know this existed. Tornado with an exclamation mark. Hell hath no fury like a twister. Obviously, it's ripping off Twister. Bruce Campbell, Shannon Sturgis, and Ernie Hudson. It's always a good film if you get Ernie Hudson in there as well. There's a bit of Bruce action on the back there. Look, it's going to be a made-for-TV film. It's in full screen. It's not a widescreen thing. He's a storm chaser apparently, and then his former meteorology professor, which is Ernie Hudson, comes to Tornado Alley with a startling invention that he hopes to collect data to use to predict tornado activity. Only hitch, the device must be placed smack in the devastating path of a twister. So yeah, they're twister hunting, and it's Bruce Campbell, and hopefully he's going to be doing lots of fun quips, and could get his giant chin into the screen. Yeah, Tornado. What's an artisan DVD, and I found it locally for like $10. So yeah, cool. Tornado. Next one. This one slightly annoys me. Okay, I got this from Amazon. This one, Dance with Death, which is look at the cover. Look, the existence of this film was made to me only about 8 weeks ago, probably. And as soon as I saw that cover, I had to get it. It looked amazingly my kind of film. It's New Concord, 90s, early 90s kind of thing. Maybe like 1989, 1990 or something. Why I'm annoyed? This previously, truthfully, currently still challenging to find DVD, which I did get brand new off Amazon America, is getting a Shout Factory Blu-ray, which is slightly annoying. But look, I'm happy. I'll get an upgrade for it before I probably even get a chance to put the thing in the bloody disk drive. But anyway, that happens. So there you go. But it is true. I have seen some screenshots from a newsletter, apparently, that has Dance with Death as a double feature with another film that had Dance in the title. I can't remember what that was. But yeah, another Shout Factory Blu-ray double coming up, including Dance with Death. So yeah, with that cover, of course, I had to get it. And this one here, this was in a sale, that Dead End DVD, which is a Melbourne-based DVD Blu-ray boutique shop, like online store. He's really good. He gets in all kinds of stuff, and he was having a sale. And one of these things was one that I didn't have, Diabolical Dr. Z, which is a slightly older Mondo Macabro release, I think, but he had copies. Jess Franco release, I've never seen it. An early Jess Franco film, as I understand it. 2003 this DVD came out? Really? That's quite old. That's 20-year-old Mondo DVD. I don't know if I quite believe that, but anyway. Yeah, I've never seen this one. Truthfully, I've not seen a great deal of Franco films. I need to try and catch up. There's more than just this one in this update, so there's a whole bunch I do want to see. I've been getting into a lot more sleazy, nasty things lately, so can I show the back? Yeah, I can show the back of this one. But yeah, this one's quite early for him, 1965, with the crazy Dr. Z creating a mind control machine. He's rejected from the establishment as being mad, suffers a fatal heart attack. His daughter decides to take revenge on the men who did down her. Did down her? Doesn't seem right. Using his devious device, he brainwashes a sexy go-go dancer and turns her into a deadly killing machine. That's what you want, the diabolical Dr. Z. Bit of Franco. This is a brand new release. I didn't know anything about this, and I showed it the link to my buddy and yours, Extra, the Mutilator, and he was very excited and ordered it, and I believe we might have got them on the same day in different countries, which is quite fun. This is Bloody Stones. Awesome cover on this one. Frankie Chan, Kent Chang, Bill Tong, and Cherry Chung in this film, directed by Frankie Chan. I don't know a great deal about it, but he was so excited, so I just added it to my cart as well. It looks explosively fun. It has many guns. This is going to be what, like late 80s, early 90s? Does it have a year on it? The year is not written on here, but it'll be something like that, between 88 and 92, somewhere around that period. And yeah, there's a glorious headshot there. Bang. Always fun. So look, twin shotguns. This is going to be some fun gun foo. Love that kind of stuff. It's got an amazing cover. If you've seen it, do report back. Very keen to check it out. This one I've had on Australian VHS, then Japanese VHS, and now I have the German DVD. This is The Expendables. You can see a distinct lack of Sylvester Stallone on the cover there, because this is Cirio Santiago's Expendables, many years before the American film. I love that film, but this has got absolutely nothing to do with it. It's just the same title. Cirio Santiago doing a ragtag team of not very good soldiers that then have to go on a mission kind of deal. That's a plot that a few things have done before. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I've not checked out this particular DVD. It does say on the back here 16 by 9, which I'm assuming is a lie, because then it says it's 133:1. Whatever, very ugly back, to be honest. But the VHS looked like that. The PAL, the Australian VHS, looked a bit like that. Shot in the Philippines, Cirio Santiago. Good fun film. Hopefully the DVD holds up, we'll see. And next one here. Another one I just wanted to get because of the cover and its reputation. I've heard about this one for many, many years. Terror Serpent. It's a Godfrey Ho film. So yes, you're going to get some cut and paste, but I believe he actually tries quite a bit for this one, and you may actually get some giant snake, which would be great if you did. There he is there, giant snake. It's not just people talking to each other on Garfield phones. I think we might actually get, there it is. Amazing. Look at that thing. Amazing. We might actually get some attempt of a film here, which will be good. But it's all in German, so I can't read the back. But look at that cover. Amazing. There's also media book editions that would have different covers and things. And I was going to get that, and then they, middle of December, released this regular edition DVD. Only annoying thing about it is, yes, it's got the best cover, but you can't reverse this one, which is slightly annoying. But anyway, Terror Serpent, looking forward to that. And this one here is one to fill in the gaps for my Teddy Page collection, which is a suggestion that you go and watch my Teddy Page documentary from 2021. Please do go watch that if you've not seen it. But this is I'll assume it's an official DVD. I mean, it's pressed, so whatever. It's official enough, and it's from Germany. Of Hunter's Crossing, which is either the first or the second Teddy Page film. It's either this or it's Fireback. But from 1983. It's a good fun one. It's not one of his best ones, but it's good fun. And happy to get a good DVD of it. Some nice photos there on the back. Again, all in German. Can't read from it, but if you want to know more about this one, go check out my documentary on Teddy Page films. But this one's Hunter's Crossing, from 1983. We're going back to Godfrey Ho territory now. Another one I wanted to see for a long time based on its cover, and I think this one might be a little bit more cut and paste. Magnum Thunderbolt. What a fantastic cover on this one. I think this one's had a media book in the past, but held out long enough, and you get a regular release. It's got Richard Harrison, of course. So I know this is not, I don't believe, the Garfield phone movie. It is often hard to keep track of which films are which, because they have about 4 different titles each, which it can be really frustrating. But I'm pretty sure it's not that one. But which one it is, I don't know. It's just Magnum Thunderbolt. I did read on IMDb that it is its usual delirious, cheap Godfrey Honus, but there was a few people, I think it was IMDb I was reading from, that said it was a lot of fun, so we will check out Magnum Thunderbolt. There you go, there's the Blu-ray, and it comes with a DVD, which for some reason they put in a paper sleeve rather than putting a 2-disc case. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, cool. Press disc, and yeah, Magnum Thunderbolt. Look at that cover. Amazing. Next one I'm going to show, this one here, is called Tiger Joe. Another one that's had a media book at some point in the past. But I think it's about 2 years ago that media book came out. Now there is the regular edition, and I'm happy enough with that. Tiger Joe being the second film in the sort of quasi-trilogy that started with The Last Hunter, which is sort of this Jaeger Apocalypse 2, Jaeger Apocalypse 1 is The Last Hunter. The third film is generally known as Tornado. That one is, I think, usually considered to be the third film. I think there was another one that some people might consider the third film. Whatever, they're not really particularly related. It's a good one. This one's good fun. It's another one from Japanese VHS upgrade for me, along with Tornado, which I already had. And it's just strange that it's only Germany that's released these ones. You can get The Last Hunter on, was it Scorpion? I think did that in the US. But Tiger Joe and Tornado are both German-only Blu-rays. There you go. Good fun if you like your jungle action films. Yeah, good stuff. Very, very much fun. The next one here, I got this from Dead End DVD. I did not want to get the version with the slip cover. It looked a bit naff, and I would have to import it and all that kind of thing. Yeah, it's just too hard, so I just waited to my local guy, got it in. Creature from the Black Lake. Not seen this before. Jim McCulloch. What? Jim McCulloch. It's Jim's film. Creature from the Black Lake, and it's got a Bigfooty kind of thing. I am told it is a good film. Lots of people were very excited when this was released, but I'm going in kind of blind for this one. Brand new 4K restoration from 35mm camera negative. It is a wonderfully old-fashioned monster movie like they used to make monster movies. Chills, chuckles, and a couple of good screams. That's all I kind of want from this kind of thing. 1976. And yeah, there you go. Creature from Black Lake. It looks like good fun, and I'm been told it is good fun. It's from Synapse. Got an advert there for their steelbook of Tombs of the Lion Dead. This is their full catalogue, actually. That's nice, getting paper catalogues. Don't get those very often. Not these days. Anyway, Creature from Black Lake. Excited to check that one out. Alright, I did some Severin ordering, and let's see, was this direct or was this... this might have been Dead End DVD, I think, actually, as well. Kind of mixed all my ordering up here. Macumba Sexual! What a great title. Do you reckon it's fully intended here that they've got, like, this thing looks like a big penis and then there's these, like, boobies kind of looking thing? I'm pretty sure it was all intended. Yeah, this is another Jess Franco film, and yeah, I expect perverseness. The Lawrence of Arabia of erotic horror. I think that's enough for me to know what's going on. I can just about show the back here. There's some shocking looking stuff. The lady on the beach here is taking two guys for a crawl. Good stuff, and I don't know what the hell she's putting in her mouth, but I don't want it. Perhaps the most stunning work of his golden period's international period, the late career masterpiece from writer-director Jess Franco, can be experienced like never before. Lena Romay, who's in 400 of his films, in her succulent Candy Costa guise, stars as a sexually repressed wife tormented by visions of the goddess of unspeakable lust, Princess Obongo. So weird. In a fever dream of erotic cruelty, carnal duality, and non-stop Franco-style insanity. Well, I am all down for Macumba Sexual. Sounds like a riotous good time. I also picked up, were these ones sales? These ones might have been, no, this was Severin Direct. Christopher Lee, Count Dracula. Why don't I have Dracula? Because it's not Count Dracula, it is Jess Franco's Count Dracula. Yeah. I don't know the full story of this, how Christopher Lee ended up doing a Jess Franco Dracula film rather than another Hammer. But anyway, 1970 cult director Jess Franco, screen legend Christopher Lee collaborated on what they promised would be the most faithful adaptation of Bram Stoker's novel ever filmed. Yeah, it's I'm sure there's going to be boobs in this. It's Jess Franco and it's Dracula. I am not under any any impressions that it is going to be a straight-ahead Dracula film. And that's fine. Look, maybe it is, because maybe it's Christopher Lee. I can't imagine him getting down with that too much in his films. But we'll see. I'm going in blind. Count Dracula, Christopher Lee's version. Or rather, I should say, Jess Franco's version. Finally picked up the Nosferatu in Venice. This came out a couple of years ago. It had a slipcover edition, which you might still be able to get, actually. But I just went for the cheap one. I don't know this film, but I do like Klaus Kinski. And the sale price I thought was good for this, so I picked it up. Memorably strange experience, bizarre but entertaining treat from a major golden age in horror cinema. Intended to be an unofficial sequel to Werner Herzog's Nosferatu, instead became one of the most notoriously fascinating productions in Eurocult history. Klaus Kinski gives his penultimate performance as the legendary vampire resurrected in modern-day Venice with an insatiable hunger for warm blood and rough sex. My God, just amazing. Augusto Caminto is the director, so there you go. I think many have seen this, but I have not. Nosferatu in Venice. Let me know what you think of it if you've seen it. Just a boring disc in there. Cool. Next one. Definitely digging into the cesspool at the moment here. The Beast in Heat. This came out years ago. Never picked it up, but picked it up in the sale. Severance sale was quite good. That cover, my God. This one was a Video Nasty, I believe, a UK Video Nasty. And for hard and nasty stuff for those who appreciate the kind of depravity that only Italy could produce in the sadistic 70s. Oh, that's a great quote. The most bizarre Nazi exploitation shocker ever. Still can't believe that's a subgenre of film that actually exists. There's enough of them that you actually have Nazi exploitation. There's a hell of a lot of them. More than 4 decades after the subgenre first shocked the world, the most depraved Nazi exploitation, sicky of them all, must still be seen to be believed. Directed by Luigi Bazzella, Devil's Wedding Night. There you go. Combines footage from 2 earlier World War II action movies with newly shot plot involving a sadistic female Nazi officer, Macha Magal from Bruno Mattei's Nazi film SS Girls, oh my God, perpetually aroused cage ogre, and a cavalcade of sexual atrocities. Yeah. I quite like that it is newly shot plot footage mixed with some World War II action movie stock footage. Like, that's a very Godfrey Ho thing to be doing. Amazing. The Beast in Heat. I think this is going to be a everybody has to leave the house before I watch it movie. So I'll save that one for a special occasion, and we'll look back to a double feature, Emmanuel in America. Why not? Why the hell not? Yeah, I've been enjoying, as I said in I think previous updates, some Joe D'Amato films, and a bit like Jess, a director I'd not really delved into too much, and I'm told this one is definitely one of his sleaziest and better films, so I picked it up. It had a red case edition at some point. It's a Mondo Macabre, but look, I will take Laura Gemza and Joe D'Amato in any form I can. Can I show the back? Just about, if I cover that one. There you go, some things going on there. But yeah, it's another Emmanuel film with Joe D'Amato. It's going to have boobs. Will be enjoyable. Moving on to some slightly less sleazy things, but still violent. Excited to get the 2 new cauldrons. We get Convoy Busters here with Maurizio Merli. His films are always good fun, and so is his moustache. This one's an upgrade from the Shriek Show DVD, or might have been Shriek Show, around about that period. It's quite an old DVD. And show you the reverse. There's a nice reverse cover there. It's quite good. And poster, booklet, poster. Don't want to unfold that. But all kinds of nice things. But yeah, this is your fairly standard and fairly violent, I'll read from the back, Eurocrime film. After brandishing his gun and badge too many times in front of powerful people, Maurizio Merli is busted down from homicide to emergency squad. How many times has this plot happened? Despite his demotion, he is not content with letting Rome's criminal element run rampant. His violent nature soon finds him the target of both the press and the local mob. It is Convoy Busters. He's just going full Death Wish. It's going to be great. I saw the DVD such a long time ago. This one I've never seen. Shanghai Joe. What a great cover. A Mario Caiano film. Mario Caiano film? Or Kano film? Not too sure. It's embossed is what I am sure about. Very, very cool. There's the reverse. But yeah, don't know too much about this one, to be honest. I picked it up because it looked interesting. Chin Hao arrives in America looking for a better life, only to be faced with the locals that don't take kindly to outsiders. Much to their surprise, Chin is not your average drifter as he rips his way through racist bad guys with unstoppable fighting techniques. After word of his skill spreads, he gets a job at a ranch, only to find that the owner, Stanley Spencer, is a cattle smuggling slave trader who brutalizes Mexican farmers and anyone else who dares get in his way. Ramping up the violence, he stops at nothing to free the slaves and enact revenge. This is going to be glorious, a proper brawler. That's what I want, proper brawler. It's got some interviews and visual essay and a few other little bits and bobs. That looks really good. That looks quite violent in that bit there. So yep, Shanghai Joe. Fantastic. Love that poster art. Okay, we're returning to local releases now after doing a whole bunch of German and a bunch of American ones. And slightly, God, this is the most opposite of what I just showed. And I remember when I first watched these on DVD, I actually only ever watched the first one. I never watched the sequels, and I remember thinking it was pretty bland compared to the original. But the price was right. It's on Blu-ray. I just caved. Whatever. Picked up the American Pulse trilogy. So yes, you get all three films. I believe these 2 and 3 might have been direct-to-DVD kind of things. I don't think they were for cinema. But the first one definitely was. I think I recall that coming out. So anyway, it's obviously a remake of the, is it Korean? I think it was Korean film. And yeah, I'm going to go check them out at some point. I'm just going to trilogy the things and see if they're enjoyable. I don't expect, magic or anything like that. But yeah, 3-pack. And just read a little bit from the back here. Part 2 that follows on from the original film, where the dead have found their way back to our world, and then part 3 is nearly a decade later. The dead still walk the earth and have entered our realm through electronic devices. Well, there you go. Pulse trilogy. Good thing as well is that they're all individual discs. It's not all crammed onto one. So Pulse 1, 2, 3. So I guess if you're a fan of the film or films, then it's a good little set to get. Nice little slip. I got it for essentially half the retail price. It was a very good price. Picked it up. This next one's also a Viavision release. They're both Viavision. Viavision's the parent company of Imprint, who is a lot more popular, I think, popular name and popular sub-label, particularly internationally. A lot of people seem to know about Imprint these days, but Viavision is the parent company, and they do a bit more general wide release stuff, lots of TV box sets and things. But they did the Pulse trilogy, and they did Messengers 1 and 2. It's another series I've never seen. Messengers 2 had a local blue that was a double feature with Solstice on the old Insomnia line, going back a long time. But I never actually got around to watching it because it was one of those deals that, well, I've got the sequel and I don't have the original. So, yeah, and the original did not get a blue locally, I don't think. And I never found a DVD, so anyway. Now we finally have them, and it's a nice little 2-pack. I thought I'd check it out. I'm not, again, Hollywood horror. I'm not expecting miracles. I just expect a bit of fun. And this was really cheap. This was $15 Prime delivered the next day. They had 3 copies of that price, and then when they sold out, they went back to the $35. I don't know what the deal was there. But whatever, it was brand new and just cheap. So yeah, Messengers and Messengers 2, The Scarecrow. So obviously Scarecrow involving films. I really don't know much about them, but they look kind of fun. And sometimes I'm in the mood for just, straight ahead, just possibly generic, just American Hollywood horror, jump scares and stuff. Sometimes that's what I'm in the mood for. We'll see if that's one of those ones. Messengers 1 and 2 double pack. This one. This movie ruled. I watched this one, was it last night? I think it was last night. It ticked all the boxes. Again, my boy Extra the Mutilator, he's just done a video and he talked about this. He is right. I was going to buy this at the same time, he bought it at the same time. We were just coincidentally both going to get it because the box art looked cool, the trailer looked cool. The movie was cool. This is the new one from Neil Marshall, director of Descent. This is, falling out if it slips what it's doing. The Lair, so good. Nice embossed slip too. Look at that creature. This is a solid old school creature feature, but it's bloody and gory and violent, and it's fast. It's all done in 90 minutes. It's got a great mixed cast of accents. The leading lady, Charlotte Kirk, is also in his previous film, The Reckoning, so now I've got to go and watch that. I picked it up a little while ago. She's really good in this. Is sort of like a Ripley kind of, short cropped hair, military kind of thing. She kicks ass. Lots of machine guns and things. Good fun. It starts off with all these military types. It starts off with her defending herself against some Taliban insurgents, and she gets rescued by a bunch of other military types and goes to this sort of bunker thing, and it all gets pretty bad. There is these monsters that she discovers. I don't want to go into it much more than that, but yeah, this thing plays a lot of screen time. This is not a bait and click movie. You get lots of monster, you get lots of violent action, you get a little bit of humor, but it's not winking at the camera humor. It's just banter between all the members. And like I said, the cast is a mix of, you got some British, you got some Welsh, there's some American, and there's they sort of have one of the I'll just say one of the insurgents. They interact with a lot more. I don't want to give away too much, but this is good fun. Good fun. Anybody that says it's a stupid film or is cheap or whatever, you're wrong. It's good fun. Violent and gory and science fiction, and look, it's taking the template from his old Dog Soldiers film and applying like Aliens, the actual movie Aliens, and a little bit of The Thing and that kind of stuff, bit of Resident Evil, all of that. It's good. It's got a bit of a budget to it. It's not like a $20 million or $200 million film. It's probably like a 10 or something. It looks good. It's great fun. Anyway, I've just rambled a lot. Check out The Lair. Ignore the dumb reviews. Anyway, this one again I'm looking forward to. I really, really, really liked the first film, X, and this is the prequel, Pearl, following Mia Goth's character from X. This is all the stuff that happened before that film. Again, directed by Ty West, and another really cool sort of spot gloss cover there with a nice X in the background just to prove the point. I did not even look at a trailer for this one. I just saw that this was coming, and I saw the various poster arts. Yeah, so honestly, I don't really know what it is about. I kind of purposely ignored it. Very boring. Oh my god. Unless you go to some boutique labels, you get the most boring things from the majors. I mean, it's a Lionsgate thing, and yeah. So yeah, Lionsgate A24 film. I haven't really delved into. I'm not an A24 fanboy. There's so many of the things they put out, but I really dug X, and I'm hearing that Pearl is just as good. So yeah, looking forward to checking out an extraordinary origin story. Extraordinary, good fun. And two more here. This one, another one from the Severin sale. I had this on DVD, on a Severin DVD, and I really liked it, but I never upgraded it. I don't know why. And then they offered it with this slipcover. I will show you the slipcover first. We'll just do this. That's the slipcover. Do you know what the film is? Do a big reveal. It's Bloody Moon. Yeah, I never got their Blu-rays. It's quite an old Blu-ray from them. It came out in 2014, and I never bothered getting it because the DVD was good, and I hadn't really rewatched it. This is one of Jess Franco's more mainstream films, along with Faceless and sort of Bloody Moon. They're sort of his big kind of American style films. Yeah, good slasher, lots of fun, lots of violence and gore, and yeah, that must be the Italian poster art or something. But it was like that's the back. Like for $5 extra, it was chuck on the slip, so I thought, why not? Which is kind of a neat thing that companies like Vinegar Syndrome have been doing lately. Just you can retroactively buy a slip and then put it over your Blu-ray you already had. It's a neat idea, I think. And the last one in this pile, I was umming and ahhing about getting this because I don't particularly do 4K. I can technically play them, but my TV downscales at 1080 anyway. But the release was so nice, and I really like this film. So, Four Flies on Grey Velvet, Dario Argento film, another wonderful little spot gloss thing there. So yes, it's a big fat box set. There's the back, more spot gloss, very nice. This is one of his animal named giallo films that was always kind of treated poorly for the releases. There's the inside, so you get the 4K chapter card, 4K, nothing on there. Yeah, chapter card, 4K, Blu-ray, additional extras Blu-ray, and I believe a soundtrack CD. So it is chockers. There's the Italian poster art, which I actually really like, always have. Yeah, I don't know. People don't seem to like this one too much, at least comparatively. It stars Mimsy Farmer, so you either like her or you don't, from the Perfume of the Lady in Black. This is the third one in his animal trilogy. It started with Bird of Crystal Plumage. I like it though, and it is a nice set. I believe there is a simpler version coming at some point, but whatever, I jumped on it. Four Flies on Grey Velvet. On to the third stack now. We've got a bunch of German again at the top here. So yes, I did an Amazon DE order, and kind of just picked a bunch of stuff that looked interesting, talked to Extra about a few things to get some ideas, and made a sizable order. These next two are pretty interesting. I have not seen the films, but I have to do some translations for you. These are new Blu-ray double sets of obviously Kung Fu films. On this one we get this one's Mission for the Dragon, which is a South Korean film starring Ryong Kyo and Carter Wong. And this one here is Return of the Panther, also called The Dumb Ox. This one's from 1980. It's from 74. This one's a Wu Ma film, and it stars Kang Chin and Nancy Yan. So there's the back of them. Obviously, it's all in German, so I can't tell you much about it. I'll show you some of the photos. The good thing about these is they are obviously nicely presented, 2.35 to 1 scope. They are English dubbed, so ideally you would like original language English subs, but they're German releases, so you get what you can. Plus, this kind of kung fu movie, martial arts film, just take what you can get sometimes. And English dubbing sometimes on these can just be fun, so it will come down to who did the dubbing. So these are limited to 1,000 each, but there was still plenty on Amazon DE at the moment. Nice little double feature, comes in a slip. They're from Mr. Banker Films. It's the same stuff with, you don't really need this slip, but anyway, looks good. So I got number 912 on that one. The second one I got in this series, here we go, there's the cover. This is the Four Invincibles, which if you take a look at that poster, if you can see it, this is a four disabled but determined fighters, I think is the way to put this one. So might be a little rough, a bit crude, a bit of I don't know. We'll see how we go. IMDb did not list comedy; it just said action. So anyway, we will see. It's from 1979. This one is Snake in the Monkey's Shadow, also from 79, starring John Cheng, which also looks good. But haven't seen either of these ones, but I need to cover that. There's the back with the thing that I'm covering, because it's boobs. And again, limited to 1,000, again with English dub, again in scope, is number 203 I got. So I'm keen to check these ones out, some nice brawlers, lesser known action films. I think it's 3 from Hong Kong and 1 from South Korea. That's the 2 from this series so far. Keen to see where they go with it. That's really cool to get these features. I didn't show the disc inside, but you get 2 films on 1 disc. That's fine. Got some media books now to take a look at. The first one here, this is exciting. Warrior and the Ninja from 1983. Awesome cover on this one. The most violent duo ever to join forces. This is the sequel to The Warrior, which had a Mondo Macabro DVD eons ago. Indonesian film starring Barry Prima, and he stars in the same exact role again in this one. So excited to check this out. I mean, particularly when you look at the back. Look at that. Amazing. I don't think the first film's on Blu-ray, so I'm not too sure what the go is there, but yeah, this is another one through Mr. Banker. These media books, they do are really nice. They do a lot of effort in the presentations, so you get English, German or Indonesian audio, and then English subtitles. So pardon me, you get lots of options there. I can watch this in English dub, or I can watch it with English subtitles with Indonesian audio. In 235:1 scope and 1080p. We'll take a quick look in here. There's some alternate cover. You can get this edition, I think more like that. You can get that as another media book alternative. They always do multiples. And there's some, photos and stuff. Language I can't read, but anyway, very cool. And the DVD edition. So yeah, Warrior and the Ninja. Really, really cool. Excited to check that one out. This one, again, I've mentioned his name about 3 times already, but this was purely down to Extra, the Mutilator. He pointed this film out. I hadn't heard it before. This is Cosa Nostra Asia from 1974, or as listed here, Kung Fu in Trommel für seinen Faust or something. This is why I don't say the German, because I can't say it respectfully, with Chris Mitchum in this one. And it is a Bobby Suarez film. So yes, Bobby Suarez, Chris Mitchum, action film, 90-minute short runtime, I believe. It's Chris Mitchum taking down criminal thugs and that kind of thing. It sounds exciting, particularly based on Extra's review. He enjoyed it very much. And 80 minutes it goes for. That's nice and tight. In English dub, not English dub, it's probably just English audio, also German dub if you wish. And in scope, lovely. There's the blue. And some photos and some language I can't read, and DVD edition. Nice media book there of Cosa Nostra Asia. So yeah, keen to check this one out. Very nice. More media books now. With this time we are going to Italy for the films, but they are again German media books. Got these ones from Strange Vice, UK company. Really good guys to deal with. Very much enjoy dealing with them. So sometimes Amazon DE I can get stuff, but Strange Vice, they get a big range of very cult titles. They kind of remind me of the old Exploited Cinema, if you remember that website from 20 years ago. And also like Diabolic. Good website. But anyway, this one here, which is Luga Calibro 9, this is better known as Slaughtered Day 1972. It's an Italian bank heist film starring Rita Tushingham and Gordon Mitchell. You can see her there on the back. I believe this one's a bit more of a sort of a crime thing. As I said, it's bank heist. Not too sure how action heavy it is. These are from Cineploid, who do really good Eurocrime and that kind of stuff. I've been collecting as many of those as I can since they've been coming out, and I've been enjoying the films. And this has been another case of, I don't know what the hell these films are. They're digging a bit deeper than usual, at least from my perspective, and I've just been chucking them in and been enjoying them. So again, it's another one I have not seen, but nice layout in here. We actually got a little bit of English there, look at that. And Situation is another name for the film. Now we're all in German, which is unfortunate. Some lobby cards and things. Very cool. And there is the disc. Just a Blu-ray in that one, I think. No DVD. I don't know of anyone that needs the DVDs in these things, but anyway, they continue to offer them. Interestingly, apparently, according to the back, it's presented in full screen, 135:1. I will have to assume that's how it was shot. Otherwise, maybe that's just all they could get their hands on. It would be unlike them, from my short experience with this label, that they would pick a print that is incorrect. So I will assume it's probably how it was shot. But correct me if I'm wrong on that. It is not a film I've seen. But you get, on this one, you get the English version and the German version, no subtitles. So that's Slaughtered Day, 1972. Next one here, which has got some pretty cool art that does make it look a bit like a blaxploitation film. This is Frame Up from 1968, Henry Silver film. You can see him there. He's a police inspector, as he often is in these things, avenging the death of his son from bank robbers. but he gets booted from the force for killing an informant and goes it alone. It's another Italian death wish. Amazing. I expect Henry to go absolutely crazy and shoot a lot of bad guys. I can show the back. Yes, I can. There he is up there, looking a bit wax dummy actually on that photo. This one sounds really, really good. This one's presented in scope, and in this one you get Italian audio and English audio and English subs, so you got two different ways to watch that. So another one from Cineploit. Take a quick look in here. Whoop, posters that fall out. Nice artwork. You can get it also with this alternate cover artwork. I've seen that one around. Yep, some more text. I might actually sit down one day and get out the old Google Translate on the phone and just try and read some of these sections, because they put a lot of work in and it doesn't I can easily read. So there you go. That is Frame Up from '68. And the last one of these media books I'm going to show you, which has the least good cover. There was other options, but when it comes to these things, I will prefer to buy it with either English text, that's priority. Second priority will be Italian text, like usually an Italian poster. I don't like getting them with the German text if I can avoid it, because it's Italian film, German text. It just doesn't seem right to me. So therefore I got one that's not the world's best cover. This one is I Gabbiani Volano Basso, which is Seagulls Fly Low. This one's from 1973. Another Maurizio Merli film, but this time he's a Vietnam vet turned hitman. Looking forward to checking this one out. He's looking very mustacheless, very different, which means, is this quite early? 1978, that's quite late actually. There he is, there's a mustache. Is that definitely him? Well, if it's not, that's definitely him. That's all I know about it. It sounds exciting to me though. And you get Italian and English audio, and German of course, and English subs, so multiple ways to enjoy it. Very cool. And it's the third one in a row, and I've just let the poster fall out like a check in a birthday card. It's some art. Very Maurizio looking sunnies there. Nice. There's more photos. Looks really good, and there's the blue. So yeah, that's the media books I picked up. Really, really cool. And lastly and quickly, I've got two box sets to show you. The first one here came in a couple of days ago. I think it might be out of print, but I got it on eBay. Someone was selling this like new condition locally, and it was cheap, and I figured, I never actually picked that up. So I did. This is the It's Alive trilogy from Shout Factory. Like I said, I'm not too sure if it's still around. It's a few years old now. I've only ever seen the first film in this trilogy, even though I own the old local DVD trilogy. Never happened, but you get, It's Alive. Whatever it is, it's alive and it's deadly. You get It Lives Again, second film. It's Alive Baby. The It's Alive Baby is back, and now there are 3 of them. And the third one, which looks like it's I don't know, Island of the Alive, number 3. I don't know. Have they gone full comedy in this one? I don't know. As I said, I've never seen the sequel. There you go. Films from Shout Factory. Nice box too. Just a thin box, but it's nice. If you've never seen the It's Alive films, or at least the first one, definitely at least see the first one. It's from 1974. Directed by Larry Cohen. So you get some cool direction on this, and who does the he wrote, produced and directed it. I was trying to look up who did the creature effects. I'm not too sure. Rick Baker. There you go. Rick Baker did the makeup and the creature effects, so that's cool. And apparently played the infant monster. That's awesome. I didn't actually know that. Well, there you go. Deadly chemicals and stuff creating mutant babies. It's alive. So there's the 3 films in a nice box. Third film, don't know if there's anything actually in them. Just it is. But I was happy to pick this up. It was one of those things that I think I remember seeing at the time, going, I'd never actually watched those. I should get to my DVD first, and forgot about it. Then never got to my DVD, and here we are. But yeah, like I said, the first film is good fun, and now I've got the others to check out in glorious HD. Nice trilogy box set from Shout Factory. When did it come out? Has it got a date here? Might have a date. No, it just has the film dates. I don't know when this came out, but anyway, there you go. It's a live trilogy, and the last one, which is also fairly hot off the press, and has only just arrived. But I really enjoy at least some of these. This is the Ju-on Grudge Collection. Immense box set. It's got stuff I've never seen, so we'll go through this quickly. You get the book, which is going to have nice photos and stuff. There you go. Well, lots of text, lots of photos. Obviously, this is the original, not the remakes, but you get what I'd never seen before, which is the Ju-on the Curse and the Curse 2. So these are the films before The Grudge. So The Grudge is the one that blew up, but the Curse films are the ones that were smaller Japanese films. I've never seen them. I don't know if we got a local Eastern Eye DVD with those. I don't think we did. Bunch of lobby cards and things. Very nice. Yeah, I've never seen the Curse ones. I think that's a bit of a selling point for me in this set. So yeah, that's the Curse. The one that I think most people know, you get a poster, is of course Ju-on the Grudge. So that's the one that kind of blew up around about the time of The Ring. They were all compared at the same time. I enjoy this film. I think they're quite spooky. I remember the first time I saw it, watched it with my wife, and she spent the evening doing that croaky voice, the croaky voice, and kind of spooked me a little bit. So yeah, this is actually a 4K. It's an ultra thing, but you get it on a regular blue as well, which is good for me. And some more lobby cards and that kind of thing. So that's the Grudge. You get Grudge 2, which I also have seen. Those two have got Eastern Eye DVD releases, so that's nice. Quick look in there. You can see I've reversed the covers, got some more lobbies. And the last one is the Black Ghost, White Ghost, which does have an Eastern Eye DVD. Bit of a drop in quality in these ones. This is they were definitely shot in digital. I'll be curious to see how they look in HD. I remember watching that DVD going, man, like the whites are blown out, and it looked incredibly digital production, right? So we'll see if it's improved on this, or maybe they're just very much lower quality films. But whatever, I'm cool. Got them all now. More lobby cards. One day I'm going to sit down and just binge the whole damn lot. The first one I am going to watch though is the Curse 1 and 2, because I've never seen them, and I kind of need to see how this all started, because apparently, which is not what I understood 20 years ago when I got the Eastern Eye DVD, it didn't start with the Grudge. It started with the Curse, and I cannot get that booklet back in, so I'll do it later. There you go. Ju-on the Grudge Collection. Very cool. Nicely done there from Arrow. And that is this DVD and Blu-ray update. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, check out that thing, check out that thing. I'll see you all next time.